Yes, it's Friday again. Oh, yes, it's back. That feeling. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. That feeling where you just want to have fun. Yes, and in RC we are so lucky to have fun, whether it's be in the hangar, or it be on the field, on the grass, on the water, you name it, on the tarmac. We have fun. What are we doing today? Yes, it is part six of the Harrier. Tony Nijhuis, Harrier. I'm building one. Oh my golly gosh. Let's have a look, see what's going on. Well, I decided to start filing it down. Filing it down, is that the right terminology? I don't know. Shaping it, should we say. Shaping it, yes. Oozing, touching, feeling. Yes, and back to the plane. Yes, we was doing stuff to it. So this is the picture I was aiming for. This is actually off in the description with Tony's pictures that to help you move along. And here's my rendition of the Harrier. So what do you think? I'm going to go for a bit of a close-up. Yeah, we've got to do the... hopefully it's not all going to white out on bits of pieces, because it is a bit of bolsterage. So what do you think? Do you think that kind of looks like what is that? Oh, do you know what? I've broke this another 3 times. That's about 10 times. There we go. What do you reckon? That's not bad, is it? Yes. And now we're gonna we're gonna be putting. In fact, where is it? Yes, there is. I made a little hole there, as you can see, with my little magic drill bit that I showed you last week. 6 holes, and then done a bit of jiggery pokey with a file to make it rectangle to fit a couple of leads through, which are for the elevators. So we will be putting the servos in the end, closing her off, and then shaping this today. It's all good fun. And also we've got to do a bit of exhaust. Now, I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully you can. I won't know until I get indoors. There's a bit of an extra piece that I put on here. I know you can't see it because it's so greatly moulded in and stuff. Yes, I did this because when I started to sand and bits and pieces, it got a bit crumbly on the edge of the balsa. Remember, it's got the triangle balsa, and it all looked a bit itty-bitty, and I didn't like it. No, I'm not covering this, remember, I'm painting it. So there's no really hiding the crimes, unless you've got a bit of filler or stuff. So I just made a template out of like a little N shape, and then stuck it down and then started to mould it in. Okay, so if you remember last time we was talking about the exhaust. Here it is, that little plastic piece, and it says in the description that this should be cut to the contours of the fuselage, or the fuse, or the whatever you like to call it. So what's the best way I could do that? Well, I've got this little tool. Yes, no, you're talking this, not this. I've got this little tool, and basically it gets hot, and it's for cutting foam, but it's also hot enough to cut plastic. Oh yes. So we're going to turn this on and then hopefully follow the contour. But first I need a bit of silver tape, which is the same stuff as you put around your insulation and pipes like that, so I don't end up burning the rest of the plane, because that won't be good. No. Alrighty, nice and shiny. Yes, there we go. It's just hopefully it won't burn through. Fire brigade on standby. So I'm just going to let this heat up a little bit. It just doesn't really tell you when it's fully hot, and I wouldn't want to touch it. But I think, you know, we'll give it a go. I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to wait a second. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Come on. Right. So hopefully this shouldn't burn that, which it's not. So it's great. So I should be able to. Let's just go along this edge. Broke it, but that's all right. I got spares. Now this seems such a good idea. It really did. Now I'm being very careful here. There we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes. Let's put that down there for a second. There we go. There we go. Is it to the contour? Almost. Bit of tape there. But that don't look too bad, I think. We're going to put some servos in. Now this is very scary. I don't know if you can see that servo on the plane. If we can come zoom in a bit more. There you go. It is very close to this edge, real close. And it's not the thickest of balsa, and it's also not the strongest of balsa. It's quite weak. Right, so that is the edge of the where the elevator's going. Okay. Then if I go towards there and there, 705, 700, I'm going to call that 700. If I can get it to 700. There we go, that will do. 700. Right, so that is there. 700. Okay. I reckon we're good on 700. Alrighty, so we've done the rest of the measurements, as you can see here. I'll see if I can get it in some sort of focus action going on. So we measured obviously where we did from this edge to this edge. Then I measured the width of the servo, and then the depth. Obviously we started from this very line up to that edge. So let me just go and cut it. I don't think you need me to see you cutting it, but I'm going to change the blade to a new blade, 10A blade, and cut this very gently and slowly, and we'll be right back. And there we go. Not one, but two holes, and they look like they're good and opposite each other and everything else, so I'm happy with that. The moment of truth will be if the servo fits. So I thought I'd save this, so at the servo end it needs to face away from the tail. So I'm hoping these should fit anyway. I mean, I'll just give them a quick rub down. Oh, squeaky. I've got to be really careful here. Oh, like a glove. Oh, hello. Look at that. That's where it's meant to be. Very thin there, very thin there. I think what I might do is just bung some CA glue inside, just so this soaks up a bit of CA maybe. Maybe that'll strengthen it, I don't know. But I need to do this now. I want to just get the other one. Okay, so this goes obviously the same way. So all I've got to do is bring the cables through here, and then we can stick the top on. I want to make sure that's there. I have to be so careful. Oh, that one went in nicer. There you go. There you go, there the inside, if you can see inside, but there you go. I've already pre-cut a top. I just took the measurements, and it could have probably been done a bit more. I think it's that way actually. There you go. It should be the same, Chris, but anyway. That goes, so we've got to stick that down once we've brought the cables out to where the servos are. And then this is going to be shaped. But I'm happy, I've cut the holes and they fit really nice. I'm really happy with that, because it's only very thin here, as you can see. So I might just put a bit of CA inside just to strengthen it a bit, and then I can file these down. But these don't need to be in there for now. I can come back to this, but I will, I think, just put a bit of bit of CA inside on the other side, just to strengthen this. Because you know what I'm like, I'm going to push that and snap it. Yes, we're on the Romy cam. Yes, I'm on the Romy cam because I've made another boo-boo. Yes, another boo-boo. Now, the boo-boo I've made is obviously not going back to the plan to measure things. Now, it'd be nice if I had the room for the plan to be up in the air. Now, what are we looking at, Chris? Okay, we are looking at the distance between F11 and F12, okay, with the stringer in. That distance there is 3 millimeters. Okay, if we look here, that is F11, that is F12, that is not 3 mil. Big boo-boo. Yes. Now, as you can see here, this is the top, this is the Balsa, and this is the 5 mil Balsa. So this is the Balsa curve, sorry. So this is the Balsa curve, this would be the 5 mil. Now if I put my 5 mil that I've cut on here, as you can see, yeah. So I've made a big boo-boo. So the only way I'm going to get around doing this is by putting another triangle of 2.4 to bring that up so that's level and go from there. Oh yes, okay, so boo-boo over and done with. For now anyway, till we find the next boo-boo. So finally, our very weak bit of frontage that's probably been glued about 10 times, I would have thought now, is finally going to get some nice plywood strength. Yes, it is, and I've got to make sure that the larger side is at the top The skinnier side is at the bottom, I believe. I do believe. Yes, it is. It goes that way around, which is F6. So F6, you're going to need F6 for this step. You're going to need F5, and then you get these little wings that little things apply that we took out, which is one of SP3, one of SP1, and 2 of SP2. And then we're going to be using the Balsa stringers to make up our, I believe it's called the intake cheeks. Tongue and cheek, intake cheeks. That's what I believe it's called. And this one is the, so they sit, I think, is it this? They sit like that, basically. Alrighty, so there you go. There's my little sandwich. You probably can't see that because it's not focused in. There's the little sandwich. Yeah, there you go. So that was for the back. This, my little rocking roller, is our front that we just glued on. So I'll just show you what fun I've been having trying to glue it together. The holes kind of lined up as best as they could, so it should all be happy dappy, as to say, and stuck together. I do love all these clips, they're great. Let's see if we can get to them. There you go. There's me bamboo. We love our bamboo. Gotta love bamboo. I have noticed though that working with this soft balsa, the slightest little brush against something, it does scrape it. I don't even see those lines. Probably not. I mean, they'll fill in, but it's annoying. You should be really careful. So our little sandwich, cheese and pickle sandwich, will kind of go there. And now you can see when I level that off, that will just go down like a couple of millimeters, if not even that, half a mil. And then that covers in. Our cables are here inside ready, so they'll just be pulled through. They're kind of there. Yeah, so I'll stick that on in a little while because then we can start shaping. But first, I do want to start looking at this front. So there you go, that's all stuck, that's all nice. And for once, I can flick it and everything. Oh, look at this strength, I'm loving it. And back again. Yes, okay, so while you was away, I just stuck the old sandwich on the back, so that's all gluing nicely. And as you can see, we've stuck all the prongs, or the standoffs, or whatever you like to call them, the cheeks. Now notice that SP2s, which are either size, are not in the drawings in the description, so this is a later addition to make it a bit stronger, rather than just having stringers. And remember that SP3 is at the top, SP1 is at the bottom. Just so you know, because I would have thought it was a bit top, but that's just me. Right, so I buttoned some glue, some white glue, back on the white glue, and I'm just going to sort of slip the front of the cheek section, if I can do that. So I waited till they dried. I did use the white glue, and I also used some Sino. So if I just click them in, there we go. Now this doesn't sit perfect. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to push this in section in here, and hopefully it hasn't squished. I just put just the right amount in here. I'm going to stand for this just to make sure. So I'm going to push that in and push this in this way, making sure there's no white glue, otherwise the Sino won't stick. So there, bit of tongue and cheek going on. But there you go. There's all the stringers. They're all stringed in, all flush, all flat. And there you go. So what we got to do, it'd be nice if that was the SP. I suppose it does get in that way, but it's here. We need to cut our hatch out and the cheek hole, which is measured in there, which I will get the measurements off the drawing. I've got to shape this back, shape our sandwich. There you go. I've got to shape that down. As I say, if you want to shape it down, I won't shape it down yet. No. If you want to see me shaping down, excuse me, I just got to wipe the lens. You've got a bit of dust on you. Sorry about that. Wipe your face, man, and woman, and anybody else. I've got to do, yeah. So if you want to see me shaping this, then put down in the comments that you want me to see shaping it, and I'll do it. I'll do a little quick, you know, David and me and having a bit of shaving. This, I've got to cut out some 1.6, which is this ply. And now we're going to roll round here. I've still got Balsa dust. This is going to be rolled round here, so I'm going to cut off some strips. We'll wet them down, and then we'll cover that, so that is all bolstered up. We have got to do a battery. We have got to do a battery tray, which is on the drawings, so you can get the measurements for the drawings as well. And it does ask for a bit of 3mm ply, spare ply. I must have eaten it when I got hungry or something, because I can't find any spare. But I have got, when I've used my laser and bits and pieces. So I'm going to use this. And yes, I'm going to laser it out. I'm going to laser my little battery bay out there. And we've got a couple of wedges as well to stick on that. So that will be done for next week. So we're looking at next week. We will finish the finishing and covering this, which will be quickly anyway. I'll make it quick. And then obviously if you want to see that, if not, I will do that before the week. I say the back's looking good now. That's looking sexy. That's okay. And then we back to the jig. We do the actual front nose, the actual front. So this is kind of like the back, and then you've got the cheeks of the mid, I suppose. And then we've got the front on the jig, which we'll do as well. And then we're on the wings. There is not much to go really before a test flight. I am painting this. So I've got a feeling especially with the soft bowls, I've got a lot of filling to do. It's probably going to be a brick, be a flying brick. Plenty of filling to do. And then I'm probably just going to seal the wood, because then I'm painting it, and I'll probably use on top something like, a lot of people use varnish. I could probably use Minwax. I presume you can use that on wood as well as anything else. But it's not covering, because I'm going to paint it as the camo colours that we saw previously. I'm really excited. I've still got to put hot glue on the pipe. Yes, I mustn't forget. I've got to do it. In fact, I'll do it in a little while before the today's out. But anyway, that is it for today. I hope you've enjoyed the part 6. Is it part 6 of the Harrier? I think it's part 6 anyway. I'm sure it's part 6. Was it 7? I don't know. It would be in the description what part it is. I've forgotten. Excuse me. It may be part 7. I don't know, whatever part it is. But anyway, once we get through all the parts, then at the end of each show, excuse me, will be the link to the next part. So if you do build this, which I think you should, you know, Tony and I have some great designs. And don't forget, we've got the Lysander, which is a huge girl to build. And this is all practice for me. And if you like this sort of thing, it's practice, and you should. It's great fun. It really is building. I just, you know, especially this, because I think with these the little hands, you know, a bit of sort of a stringers and plywood, you know, I found it hard to break, so I was enjoying it. And my little breakable soft balsa is now strong, finally. So anyway, if you can get out this weekend and have some fun with planes, trains, cars, boats, whatever you can do, then go and have some fun. But if not, get back in here in the hangar and start building something and having some fun. It's the winter by all means, and use the winter to build something so you can do something when it's not so wintry, and we can fly something. This hopefully will be built. Also, my good friend Dr. David Owens is also building a Harrier, but not a wood one. No, look at this. Yes, he's 3D printing a Harrier. So look out for the showdown. Oh yes, the Balsa V's 3D printed Harrier, the showdown. Oh yes. Haha. Anyway, enough rabbiting. I've tried to stop my rabbiting in videos so I get more stuff for you. But anyway, if you do get out there, be safe, keep safe, but most of all, have fun. And don't forget to carry this Friday feeling all the way through the week. Until we see you next time. Thanks for popping by and saying hello. Look after yourself. Ta-ra.